Chosen one, welcome back to the community of the light. Listen closely. What I am about to tell you will change everything you thought you knew about yourself. In a dimension far beyond this human realm, before the first star ignited and before time learned to count its own heartbeat, a council gathered, not of men, not of angels, but of forces so ancient that their names would shatter your mind if spoken aloud. And in that gathering, they made a decision about you. Yes, you. The one watching this right now. The one who has felt different your entire life. The one who has been searching for answers in all the wrong places. They looked across the infinite expanse of souls yet to be born, and they pointed. They chose. They marked you with something so powerful, so dangerous, so absolutely forbidden that entire civilizations have been erased just for knowing it existed. This gift, this curse, this burden and blessing wrapped into one, it has been hidden inside you since before your first breath. Locked away, sealed behind walls that most will never break through, protected by pain, guarded by isolation, kept secret by the very struggles that almost destroyed you. Do you want to know why your life has been so hard? Why you have felt so alone? Why every victory seems to come with a price that others never have to pay, because you were being prepared, you were being forged, you were being tested to see if you were worthy of what lives inside you. And here is what they did not tell you. Here is what they have been hiding from you your entire life. That pain you felt, that rejection you endured, that darkness you walked through. It was not punishment. It was protection. It was the seal, the lock, the encryption, keeping your gift safe until the appointed time. And that time is now. If you are hearing these words, if something deep in your chest is vibrating right now, if tears are forming in your eyes for reasons you cannot explain, then the seal is breaking. Comment the word "ready" below if you feel this truth resonating in your bones. Do not scroll past this. Your entire life has been leading to this moment. The gift I am talking about is not something you learn. It is not something you earn. It is not something you can buy or steal or beg for. It was placed inside you before you took your first breath, before your parents knew your name, before the world taught you to doubt yourself. It is older than religion, deeper than science, more powerful than any weapon ever created. And it has one purpose: to make you sovereign, to make you free, to give you access to realms of power that kings and presidents and billionaires would sell their souls to touch. But here is the problem. Here is why they hid it from you. Here is why they tried to convince you that you were ordinary. Because the moment you activate this gift, the moment you claim what is already yours, the entire game changes. The rules no longer apply to you. The limitations fall away, the ceiling shatters, and those who profit from your limitation, those who feast on your doubt, those who built empires on your confusion, they lose their power over you forever. So they attacked you, not with weapons you could see, but with whispers, with rejection, with failure, with people who should have loved you but could not, with dreams that almost came true but didn't, with promises that shattered, with hope that turned to ashes in your hands. They did this on purpose. They needed you to forget. They needed you to doubt. They needed you to believe the lie that you were just like everyone else. Because if you ever discovered what you really are, if you ever activated what lives inside you, their entire system collapses. Let me tell you about the forgotten ones. These are the people who came before you, the ones who activated their gift, the ones who refused to play small. History remembers some of them as prophets, as artists, as revolutionaries, as mad geniuses who changed everything. But history got it wrong. They were not special. They were not chosen because they were better. They were chosen because they were willing. They were chosen because when the pain came, when the isolation hit, when the darkness closed in, they did not break. They did not give up. They did not surrender their gift for the comfort of being normal, and you are one of them. You have always been one of them. Every moment of your life that felt wrong was actually right. Every time you did not fit in was confirmation. Every rejection was redirection. Every closed door was protection, because ordinary doors lead to ordinary rooms, and you were never meant to be ordinary. Drop a fire emoji below if this is awakening something ancient inside you. Now let me tell you what the gift actually does. It does not make you rich, though wealth will follow. It does not make you famous, though influence will come. It does not make you powerful in the way the world measures power. What it does is far more dangerous. It breaks the illusion. It shatters the matrix. It reveals the game behind the game. Suddenly, you see the patterns. You hear the frequencies. You feel the currents of energy that move through all things. You recognize other carriers of the gift. You spot the pretenders from a mile away. You know truth from deception before the first word is spoken. Time begins to bend around you, not literally, but experientially. Things that used to take years now take weeks. Opportunities that used to require decades of grinding now appear within days. People who were unreachable suddenly seek you out. Doors that were locked suddenly swing open. Resources that were scarce suddenly overflow. And it is not magic, it is not luck, it is not coincidence. It is the gift doing what it was designed to do, aligning you with your true path, removing obstacles, clearing the way, opening channels that were always there but invisible until now. But here is what you need to understand. The gift is not passive. It does not activate itself. It does not work on autopilot. It requires your participation. It requires your faith. It requires you to move when it tells you to move, speak when it tells you to speak, act when logic says to wait. Most people cannot do this. Most people need proof before they believe. Most people need the path to be clear before they take the first step. But you are not most people. You never were. You never will be. The reason you have been through so much pain is because the gift requires a pure vessel. Not perfect, not sinless, not holy in the religious sense, but pure in terms of commitment, pure in terms of willingness, pure in terms of capacity to hold the power without being corrupted by it. Every betrayal you survived, every loss you endured, every time you got back up when you should have stayed down, you were being purified, you were being prepared, you were being made ready for this moment. And this moment is everything. Because the window is open right now. The seal is breaking right now. The energy that activates dormant gifts is flooding the planet right now. But it will not stay open forever. There are cosmic cycles. There are appointed times. There are seasons when heaven touches earth, and what was impossible becomes inevitable. We are in one of those seasons right now, and if you miss it, if you scroll past this, if you let doubt talk you out of what you feel in your chest right now, the window will close, the seal will harden again, and you will spend the rest of your life wondering what could have been. I am not trying to scare you. I am trying to wake you up, because the forces that tried to keep you asleep are terrified right now. They can feel you stirring. They can sense you waking. They can see the seal cracking. And they are throwing everything they have at you to keep you distracted, to keep you numb, to keep you scrolling through meaningless content while your destiny calls your name. But you are still here. You are still reading. You are still feeling. That means something. That means everything. Here is what I need you to do, not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready, not when the circumstances are perfect. Right now, I need you to make a decision, a real decision, the kind that changes everything. I need you to claim your gift, out loud, with words, with intention. With the full force of your being, say it. I claim my gift. I activate my power. I step into my destiny. I release the old identity. I become who I was always meant to be. Say it like you mean it. Say it until you feel it. Say it until the energy shifts. Comment yes below if you just claimed it. Let that declaration be witnessed. Let the universe see your commitment. Now feel what happens. Feel how the air changes. Feel how your chest opens. Feel how your vision clears. That is the seal breaking. That is the lock releasing. That is your gift beginning to activate. It is subtle at first, like a whisper, like a breeze, like a knowing that rises from somewhere deeper than thought. Do not expect fireworks. Do not expect a lightning bolt. The real power always moves quietly, always gently, always in ways that the unaware would dismiss as coincidence. Over the next 72 hours, watch for the signs. They will come. A message from someone you have not heard from in years. An opportunity that seems to appear out of nowhere. A solution to a problem you have been wrestling with for months. A person who knows exactly what you need without you saying a word. A resource that shows up right when you need it. A door that opens when you are not even knocking. These are not accidents. These are confirmations. These are the gift saying, I am here, I am real, I am working, trust me, follow me, I will lead you home. But you have to stay awake. You have to stay present. You have to resist the urge to explain it away, to rationalize it, to dismiss it as random chance. Because the moment you doubt, the moment you question, the moment you pull back into skepticism, the gift goes dormant again. Not because it is fragile, but because it requires faith to operate. It requires trust. It requires you to meet it halfway. You take one step, it takes 10. You open one door, it opens 100. But you have to move first. You have to act on the whispers. You have to follow the nudges. You have to say yes to the invitations that make no logical sense but feel right in your soul. And here is the secret they do not want you to know. The gift is not just for you. It was never just for you. Yes, it will transform your life. Yes, it will elevate you beyond anything you thought possible. Yes, it will give you access to power and freedom and abundance that most people only dream about. But that is not the ultimate purpose. The ultimate purpose is what you do with it, who you become because of it, how you use it to serve, to heal, to awaken, to liberate. Because everyone who has ever activated their gift realizes the same truth. It was given to them so they could give it away, not the gift itself, but the fruits of it, the overflow, the abundance, the freedom, the power. You are being called to something bigger than yourself. You are being activated for a mission that will require everything you have, every lesson you learned, every scar you earned, every skill you developed, every connection you made. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Every single piece of your life was preparation for what comes next. And what comes next is glorious. What comes next is unprecedented. What comes next will make everything you endured make sense. Share this message if you feel called to help others wake up. You are not here by accident. Let me tell you what happens when you fully activate. When you stop resisting and start surrendering, when you stop questioning and start trusting, when you align completely with the gift instead of trying to control it, first, your energy changes. People notice. They cannot explain it, but they feel it. Some are drawn to you like moths to flame. Others repel away like oil from water. This is good. This is necessary. This is the gift sorting your life, removing what does not serve, attracting what does. Let it happen. Do not chase the ones who leave. Do not force the ones who resist. Your real tribe will find you. The right people will recognize you. The aligned opportunities will present themselves. Second, your perception shifts. You start seeing symbols everywhere. Numbers repeat. Songs speak to you. Strangers say exactly what you needed to hear. Books fall open to the right page. Dreams become messages. Intuition becomes undeniable. This is not psychosis. This is not wishful thinking. This is the gift teaching you its language. Learning to read reality differently, understanding that everything is communication. Everything is guidance. Everything is trying to help you if you know how to listen. Third, your timeline accelerates. What used to take months now takes weeks. What used to take years now takes months. Manifestation speeds up. Cause and effect collapse. Intention and result merge. You think something and it appears. You need something and it arrives. You ask a question and the answer shows up. Not always instantly, not always obviously, but consistently enough that you cannot deny it, frequently enough that you start to trust it, powerfully enough that you build your life around it. Fourth, your purpose clarifies, the fog lifts, the confusion clears, the uncertainty dissolves. You know what you are here to do, not vaguely, not theoretically, but specifically, precisely, undeniably. And with that knowing comes the courage to do it, the boldness to claim it, the audacity to become it. Because the gift does not just show you your purpose, it gives you the strength to fulfill it, the resources to fund it, the connections to support it, the wisdom to navigate it. And fifth, your legacy begins. Not when you die, but while you live, because everything you touch from this point forward carries a frequency. Everything you create leaves an imprint. Everyone you encounter receives a transmission. You become a walking activation point, a human tuning fork, a living catalyst. And people will not understand why they feel different after being around you, why they think different after hearing you speak, why they act different after receiving from you. But you will know. You will know that the gift is working through you, using you, expressing through you. And there is no greater honor, no higher calling, no deeper fulfillment. Now, I need to tell you about the opposition, because the moment you activate, the moment you claim, the moment you step into this power, you become a target. Not from people, not from circumstances, but from forces that exist beyond the physical. Forces that feed on unconsciousness, that profit from sleep, that thrive on limitation. They do not want you awake. They do not want you free. They do not want you powerful, so they will attack. But not with weapons you can see, with thoughts you think are yours, but are not, with doubts that rise from nowhere, with fears that seem rational but are planted, with distractions that seem important but are designed to derail you. Recognize this, name it, refuse it. Because you are protected, you are covered, you are shielded by something far greater than any force that could come against you. The same power that placed the gift inside you stands guard over it. The same intelligence that activated it defends it. The same love that called you forth surrounds you. You cannot be stopped. You cannot be blocked. You cannot be delayed unless you agree to it, unless you give it permission, unless you believe the lie. So stay vigilant, stay sober, stay focused, This is war, not physical war, but spiritual war, energetic war, consciousness war, and you are a soldier whether you signed up for it or not. The moment you were born with the gift, you were enlisted. The moment you survived what should have destroyed you, you were promoted. The moment you said yes to your calling, you were commissioned, and now you fight. Not with anger, not with violence, not with hatred, but with love, with truth, with light, with the absolute unwavering commitment to become everything you were created to be, regardless of what stands in your way. If you have made it this far, you are ready. Comment activated below. Let me see who is awake. Let me see who is willing. Let me see who has the courage to claim what is theirs. Because this is your moment. This is your time. This is your season. Everything you have been through, everything you have survived, everything you have overcome, it was all preparing you for right now, for this activation, for this awakening, for this initiation into power. And let me tell you what the next 30 days look like if you fully commit, if you fully trust, if you fully surrender to the gift working through you. Week 1. Old patterns break. Addictions lose their grip. Toxic relationships naturally end. Limiting beliefs dissolve. You find yourself thinking differently, speaking differently, choosing differently. Not because you are trying, but because the gift is rewiring you from the inside out. Week 2. New opportunities appear. Invitations you did not expect. Connections that seem divinely orchestrated, resources that show up exactly when you need them, doors that open without you pushing, paths that clear without you forcing. Week 3, your confidence skyrockets, not arrogance, but certainty. Deep, unshakable, knowing that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, that everything is working for you, that you cannot fail. Because failure is not possible when you are aligned with your gift. You take risks you would never take. You speak truths you would normally hide. You claim spaces you would usually shrink from. And it works. It all works because the gift is backing you, supporting you, moving ahead of you and preparing the way. Week 4, your life is unrecognizable. You look back at where you were 30 days ago and you cannot believe it was you. The transformation is so complete, so total, so undeniable, people notice. They ask what happened, they want what you have, they feel the shift, and you realize this is just the beginning. This is just the activation phase. The real power has not even fully come online yet. The real gifts have not even fully manifested yet. The real destiny has not even fully revealed itself yet. And you are terrified and exhilarated at the same time, because you know your life will never be the same, and you would not go back if you could. This is the path. This is the way. This is the truth that has been hidden from you. And now you know. Now you see. Now you understand. The question is, what will you do with it? Will you claim it or dismiss it? Will you activate it or ignore it? Will you step into it or step away from it? The choice is yours. It always has been. It always will be. But know this. If you say yes, if you commit, if you choose the gift over the comfortable life, over the safe path, over the predictable future, you will never be the same. You will never fit in. You will never go back to normal. But you will be free. You will be powerful. You will be everything you were always meant to be. So make the choice. Right now, this moment. Before doubt creeps back in, before fear talks you out of it, before logic convinces you it is crazy. Say yes, claim it, activate it, step into it, and watch what happens. Watch how the universe moves. Watch how doors open. Watch how people show up. Watch how resources flow. Watch how everything shifts. Because it will, it must. It is the law. When you align with your gift, reality aligns with you. When you honor your calling, heaven honors your commitment. When you choose your destiny, destiny chooses you back. And if you are still reading, if you are still here, if something in you is screaming, yes, even though your mind is screaming, no, then you know. You know this is real. You know this is for you. You know this is your moment. So do not waste it. Do not squander it. Do not let it pass you by. Claim your gift. Activate your power. Step into your destiny. The world is waiting. Your tribe is waiting. Your purpose is waiting. And most importantly, the highest version of yourself is waiting for you to finally become who you have always been. Comment chosen below if you are ready to walk this path. Let this be your declaration. Let this be your commitment. Let this be the moment everything changed. Now, let me share with you the signs that you are already beginning to activate. Because many of you think you need to wait for some grand revelation, some massive shift, some undeniable miracle before you know the gift is real. But that is not how it works. The gift is subtle. The gift is gentle. The gift speaks in whispers before it roars, so pay attention. Notice if any of these signs are already present in your life right now. First, you have been experiencing unusual synchronicities. Numbers repeating everywhere you look. Songs with lyrics that speak directly to your current situation. Conversations you overhear that answer questions you were just thinking. Books that fall off shelves and open to exactly the page you needed. Strangers who say something that shifts your entire perspective. These are not coincidences. These are not random. These are the gift beginning to communicate with you, teaching you its language, training you to recognize its voice. If this resonates, drop a 1111 below. Second, you have felt a growing discontent with your current life, not depression, not sadness, but a holy dissatisfaction, a divine restlessness, a knowing that where you are is not where you are meant to be, that what you are doing is not what you were created to do, that who you are being is a shadow of who you could become. This feeling is not a problem. It is the gift awakening. It is your true self rising. It is your destiny calling you forward. Stop trying to suppress it. Stop trying to make peace with mediocrity. Stop trying to convince yourself that settling is wisdom. That restlessness is the gift refusing to let you sleep through your own life. Third, you have been going through what feels like a dark night of the soul. Everything that used to work stops working. Relationships that used to bring comfort now feel suffocating. Jobs that used to be tolerable now feel like prisons. Patterns that used to serve you now reveal themselves as chains. Friends who used to understand you now seem to speak a different language. This is not failure. This is not falling apart. This is the gift dismantling everything that is not aligned with your true calling. Tearing down the false structures, burning away the counterfeit supports, clearing the field so something real can be built. Do not fight this process. Do not try to glue back together what is meant to shatter. Trust the destruction. It is making room for your resurrection. Fourth, you have been receiving downloads, ideas that come from nowhere, visions that feel more real than reality, knowings that you cannot explain but cannot deny, solutions to problems that have stumped you for years, suddenly obvious, creative expressions demanding to be birthed, messages needing to be spoken. missions requiring your participation. These are not fantasies, these are not delusions, these are transmissions from your higher self, instructions from the gift, blueprints for your next level. Write them down, honor them, act on them, even if they seem impossible, even if they make no sense, even if no one else understands. The gift does not give you visions to torture you. It gives you visions to guide you, to prepare you, to activate the faith required to walk into your greatness. Fifth, you have noticed that old patterns are breaking without you trying to break them. Addictions losing their grip, compulsions fading, toxic habits falling away, limiting beliefs dissolving, self-sabotaging behaviors stopping, and you have not been white-knuckling your way through willpower. You have not been forcing yourself to be better. It is just happening naturally, organically, effortlessly. This is the gift rewiring your system, upgrading your operating system, recalibrating your defaults. When the gift activates, you do not have to try to change. You change because you cannot not change. The old version simply cannot coexist with the frequency the gift carries. Sixth, certain people are leaving your life and you feel relief instead of sadness. People you thought you needed, revealing themselves as weights, not wings. Relationships you thought were essential, exposing themselves as optional. Connections you thought were forever showing their expiration date, and instead of devastation, you feel liberation. Instead of grief, you feel gratitude. Instead of clinging, you feel release. This is the gift sorting your life, removing who and what does not match the frequency of where you are going. Let them go, bless them, thank them for what they taught you, but do not chase them, do not beg them to stay. The ones meant for your next chapter will arrive when you need them. Share this if you have felt this release happening. Seventh, you are developing new sensitivities. You can feel energy in rooms. You know what people are really feeling beneath their words. You sense when something is off, even when everything looks fine. You pick up on lies instantly. You recognize manipulation before it hooks you. You discern truth from performance, authenticity from facade. This is not paranoia. This is not judgment. This is the gift giving you spiritual discernment, protecting you from what would harm you, guiding you toward what serves you. Trust these feelings, honor these instincts. They are more accurate than any logic could ever be. Eighth, you have been experiencing physical symptoms that doctors cannot explain. Tingling in your hands, pressure in your chest, heat moving through your body, vibrations you feel but cannot see, exhaustion that sleep does not fix, soreness in muscles you did not use. These are not signs of illness. These are signs of transformation. Your physical body is recalibrating to hold the frequency of the gift. Your nervous system is upgrading. Your energy centers are activating. Your cellular structure is shifting. This can feel uncomfortable. This can feel alarming. But it is necessary. It is temporary. And it means the gift is moving from dormant to active, from potential to kinetic, from sleeping to awakening. Now here is what you must understand about the next phase. Once the gift is fully activated, once you have claimed it and committed to it, once you have said yes with your whole being, your life will divide into two categories: before and after. Before activation and after activation. And you will look back at the before and marvel at how blind you were, how small you were thinking, how limited your vision was, how imprisoned you were by beliefs that were never even yours. You will see clearly that everything you worried about was an illusion. Everything you feared was a phantom. Everything you thought was impossible was only impossible because you believed it was. And in that after phase, in that activated state, you will operate by a completely different see comment chosen below, and watch what happens next in your life. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. And then take one action today that proves to the universe you are serious about stepping into your power. One action. That is all it takes to begin. The gift is activated by choice. The power is claimed by decision. The transformation begins with commitment. Make the choice, claim the power, commit to the transformation. Your life will never be the same. And that is exactly the point. You were chosen. Now, choose yourself. Choose your power. Choose your purpose. Choose your destiny. The time is now, the moment is here, and you are ready. You have always been ready. Step into it, own it, become it. This is your birthright. This is your inheritance. This is your gift. Claim it. Together, we rise toward the light.